this evening's program. Thank you for coming. Good evening and welcome to our Code of Honor. To open the ceremonies, the Troop and American flag will be presented by the following Scouts: Paul Wovack, Mark Regler, Tom Morano, and Bob Duty. Please stand. Color Guard, present the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a busy night ahead of us with recognition of various Scouts, slides of candy, and recognition of the new Eagle Scouts and those who will soon be entering the troop. The Weevil Cub Scouts of Pack 16. The guide for any Scout of any age or rank should be the Scout Oath and Law. Let us listen as we light candles representing the 3 points of the Scout Oath and the 12 points of the Scout Law.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law. To help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
The Trail of Eagle requires not only the earning of various skill awards and merit badges, but also active service in the troop, a service project, and a board review. We will light candles representing the various ranks and recognize the individual Scouts who are asked to come forward as they begin recognized. In addition to the parents of Star and Light Scouts who also come forward, mothers of Star and Light Scouts will receive miniature pins of their son's award.
I represent Tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 parts of the Scout Oath. You find me on the Mariner's Compass, forever pointing the way of the North Star and a safe journey in life. On my face are 2 stars representing truth and knowledge, a shield which is the emblem of a nation, molded together in justice, and an eagle to guard the freedom of my land.
The following Scouts have received the Tenderfoot rank. And will they please come forward? Michael Bolger, John Wesley, Peter Holterman, Patrick Bosch. I congratulate your achievement, and I hope that you will continue to develop and advance in scouting. You have also earned the right to wear the official troop neckerchief, which we now present to you. These neckerchiefs were made by Mrs. Kathy Robach, which we certainly appreciate. We hope you wear the neckerchief proudly, and we congratulate you. Thank you.
second class. As my strolls are turned up in the willing smile of the scout. On my face are a motto. Be prepared and suspended from immediately now. I dare to remind me of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America. Do a good turn daily.
Recognized tonight for having achieved the second class rank are Matt Skwinski. Please come forward. Paul Roback, Matt Beezer, Mark Engler, Ralph Newton, Don Kaltenbach, Kevin Kovalevsky, Vince Morano, Paul Fitzler. Once again, once before, these scouts stood before Court of Honor and became Tenderfoot Scouts. Time has passed since then. You have used that time well in pursuing scout activities and knowledge. This rank requires a total of 5 skill awards. Congratulations.
I represent first class. I was a tenderfoot, and I laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge, and girded myself with the righteousness of justice and freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all, and bound myself together with the knot of duty to others.
Dan Deering, Vince Morano, and Kevin Mesroach will be recognized for having become first-class scouts. Would they step forward, please? They have worked on development of further scout skills, winning more skill awards and merit badges. They have started to ascend the Eagle Trail, and they come to the end of the trail in the next several years. Let's offer our congratulations.
I represent Star. Now that I can stand alone, I have earned the right to improvement on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies the horizon of endless opportunity.
Will Ed Dominski and his parents and Kurt Clark and his parents please step forward? Ed and Kurt, in receiving the star rank tonight, you are taking a long step towards your eagle. You have earned 6 of the 21 merit badges required for the Eagle rank. You advance in ways which obligate you to give younger scouts the service and experience you have received. Tonight, you are leaving that group that received scouting and are now to be admitted to a smaller group whose privilege and duty it is to give scouting, to give leadership, guidance, and inspiration to younger scouts who will follow your lead. The fun and fellowship of the past will be accomplished in the future by a deep satisfaction with your service to others, your leadership to younger scouts. In appreciation to those who have helped you on your trail to Eagle, we ask you to present to your mothers this miniature pin of the star rank in recognition of her love and encouragement and her faith in you. Did you pin him on? Did you give her a kiss? I'm sorry, I didn't realize this is the next one over here. He's in the kitchen getting our refreshments ready.
the effort you have put forth and of your accomplishments in scouting. May the red heart of the life badge be a constant reminder of the fine things you have received from scouting and of the fine things you carry in your heart as a pledge of the scouting and your fellow man. Please present this miniature badge to your mother. Congratulations to you and your parents.
Before continuing the Eagle Trail with the presentation of these awards, we have a brief interlude with the slides of last year's summer camp and junior leadership. Plan on attending this year, August 23rd through the 30th. Mr. John Wozicki, Assistant Scoutmaster, has supplied his registered slideshow.
Okay, I think we're about ready to start. Given me 10 minutes to talk to you, to the scouts, and to some of the fathers about summer camp and convince you to come up. I personally don't think that that's absolutely necessary. That is to convince you. I think you should all come up though, because it's really, really a lot of fun. I hope those pictures are clear. How, do they look nice and sharp to you? Okay. I wouldn't want to spoil it by not being able to see what's happening. Now, when you think of summer camp, what do you think of? Trees, tents? Well, that's just what we have. Actually, when I think of summer camp, I don't think of trees and tents. I think about fathers and scouts skimming across the lake in canoes, enjoying the bright, clear skies, the tall pines. I think about the big lunker that my son caught from here. I think about the fish that I caught. But you just don't wake up one morning knowing how to sail a boat. And you just don't know exactly how to handle a motorboat, how a water ski. You've got to learn how to do this. And this is what you're going to do up at summer camp. You're going to learn a lot of things. As you can see here, some of the kids really are having a ball over here. They've fallen down in the water. This is pretty typical of kids. And my slide program is just a little bit out of touch over here. I'm going to advance one of the slides. Otherwise, it's going to be totally demo right there. Okay, now we're back on stream. I guess some of the things that I will always remember are the great times that we had where we cooked food over the open fire, baking bread on a stick, learning how to swim, and
how to canoe. We didn't have a fire. We used the solar oven. We've also had a lot of time just to have fun climbing up and some of the pioneering skills, making these, using pioneering pole at some really neat towers. Food is a big part of summer camp. Most of the boys do the cooking all week. Dick, I think I must be going a little bit too fast for that. I'll change it. Would you advance it one more time? Again, one more time. Okay. The food is really great. We have really tons of it out there. Some of the kids can't get enough of it. But let's get back to the basics. Just what do you do up there? Well, we put up our tents in small patrols. We use mostly Voyager tents. Those are the two-man tents that you see in the picture. We have a few different things. The adults sleep in larger tents, a lot more spacious. Some of them get even to be luxurious, like the jag-leg building you see here. There's something I don't understand about summer camp, and that is the junior leaders. As they get older, you think that they would be a lot braver and they wouldn't need to sleep so close together. Here they are, and you see their tents are all huddled together in one little spot. And you have to figure that out. Someday I think maybe the boys will have to explain it. The other thing is they don't allow any of the adults or any of the other younger scouts into those tents either. Yet just a few yards away out in the jungles, you'll find that some of the boys, younger boys, will be sleeping in lean-tos with survival training. Every morning, we start out the day with a hearty breakfast. Bacon, eggs, toast, cereal, hot coffee, milk, just about anything you could think of. Now that sounds pretty good for summer camp. And then we end the day with a make-it-yourself Sunday. Now what do you think of that? Well, actually, we do start off the day sometimes with French toast. And if the bacon doesn't get burned, well, then we have bacon too. The rest of the day is spent working on merit badges, such as sailboat, and learning how to row a boat. You can learn a lot of interesting skills like how to paddle a canoe. The adult leaders take a lot of time to show the boys just how they can maneuver the canoes. And you can learn how to build a campfire, even how to start a fire without using any matches. But there's also a lot of time for fun. You're not constantly learning something. There's time to play and enjoy yourself in the water. Or you might even try a rope slide. That's really a lot of fun. Later in the week, after the kids have had a chance to learn about canoeing, we go on an adventure, learning and exploring one of the winding rivers nearby. The water is warm and it's usually pretty shallow. So the kids splash a lot. And they're hardly usually are the adults that are coming along. Some of the kids just taking the reins. But if you really want to relax, there's nothing like the sunset. They are really beautiful. Something that you'll remember for a long time up there. Every night we have a campfire. They're really something to watch. Every day they get bigger and bigger to the end of the week when we really have a mere small floor square. The campfires are really a lot of fun. You sing songs, and there's skits. And here's Doc interviewing the Dope Brothers. They're really great. They keep everybody rolling in the aisle. There's a serious side of camp also. We all attend Mass. There are other things. You can learn life saving. You will even save your own life someday. Above all, we learn to work together. That's really important in Scouts. We learn to play as a team. We learn to value our natural resources. And we learn to enjoy them also. They're all important factors in a boy's life and also in an adult. This summer you can be a part of that team. You can be up there enjoying it. I hope you all come this summer. And if you really want to get some information on it, see me or see Doc, see Mr. Ballering. We'll be able to give you all the information you need. Now, if you really want to get into some high adventure, you may want to join the junior leaders on their outfit this summer. Let me tell you a little bit about last summer. Last year we whitewater rafted the Colorado River. That was a really exciting adventure. That water was something like 40 degrees. We were all wearing wetsuits. We hiked to the top, or I should say we hiked to the top. We slept up in the mountains. This was the Monte de Sal. And then we hiked to the top. And it was the snowy top. Can you imagine this being in the middle of June? Snow on the ground, walking in our shorts. It was really something else. The air was fresh, but it was very thick. Then we drove to the desert. What a contrast. Temperatures were well over 100 degrees. And here we took boats and motored up the winding caravan, caverns, what we call it. Here we were exploring some of the Indian artifacts that were carved into the side of the mountain. went on to several different military bases. We stopped at Fort Carson and saw their airport over there. There's over 1,000 helicopters stationed at this Army base. And we also saw the Air Force Military Academy. So as you can see, we really did some very interesting and exciting traveling. This summer, we're planning 3 days before the mast in Florida. It's going to be a new adventure for us, going down to Florida and to be sailing out into the ocean. So if you're looking for an exciting summer, again, you have to join us. Otherwise, all you can do is hear our stories next year. Thanks for the time. Hope to see you then.
Hosting the Eagle Scout Court of Honor will be Mr. Ernie Bottom, an Eagle Scout of Troop 61, and a member of the Milwaukee County Council Communications Committee, Mr. Bottom.
Thank you very much. The Board of Review was conducted for each Eagle Scout under the direction of Troop Eagle Scout Chairman, Mr. Ted Holderman. Would you please stand up? He's in the back there. And also the Great Northwest District Advancement Chairman, Mr. Russ Kipcorn. We have a hand for these two gentlemen. They reviewed each Eagle Scout's application to ensure that the high standards of becoming an Eagle Scout were met. Each new Eagle Scout earned 21 merit badges, served in a troop leadership position, completed a substantial service project, and has been recommended by teachers, religious leaders, and parents. The 4 Eagle Scouts to be honored tonight have a number of things in common. They all joined Troop 61 4 years ago. They all earned the Adultary Day Religious Award for Catholic Scouts. They're all talented young gentlemen. In fact, together they have climbed upward on the Eagle Trail, participating in various troop campouts and activities. And now they provide leadership to other members of the troop. But yet, each new Eagle Scout is a unique individual. The Eagle Court of Honor directs the Eagle Guard of Honor, Kyle Bedlov and Stephen Scher, to escort Eagle candidate Richard Ballering and his parents Mike and Kathy Ballering to the front. Last minute declaration. It helps that they were right in front of you. Richard Ballering is currently a freshman at Dominican High School, where he was the November Student of the Month. He's an active member of the school drama club. In fact, some of you may remember him in his leading role of Prince Dauntless in the Brotherhood Council 8th grade play several years ago. Richard is currently the senior patrol leader for Troop 61. He has earned the Adultary Day Award, the medal for which he wears tonight. For his Eagle project, he organized and served a meal for the meal program at St. Gall's Parish. Richard is currently working on the Pius XII Award, another step in the Catholic program for senior scouts. Richard says, "I would like to stay active in my troop in whatever way I can, and to do the best in whatever I do." Troop 61 is proud to present to you the first Eagle Scout of the class of 1988, Richard Ballering. At this time, Richard's mother, Kathy, will present the Eagle Medal. And his father, Mike, will present the Eagle Certificate. Richard will now present his father with an Eagle tie tag and his mother with a miniature Eagle pin. family. And if you'll just kind of move to the side here, we're going to have a short slide presentation on your scouting picture.
We always figure, though, in presenting these slides, that we should include us first, because any of the slides we show can't be any worse than the first couple slides. How do you do that? Nice and strong for doing that, right?
Oh, okay. I left the button up there.
Push it?
Yeah, okay. There you go.
You showed it, so in other words, this is Wild Ernest. This is Ernest Bauman, your master of ceremonies there. See Wilderness, Wild Ernest. It's a ski area in Colorado named after Ernie. He's also been active in the bayou country. He's worked many years in the cornfield and what, the cotton fields? He's also been on, the guys on the jail trip. This is the picture of Ernie on the boats years ago. And here he is, I think just before he became an Eagle Scout, is that correct?
Yeah, when they raised the drinking age.
Right. It's at the Fort Museum. Right? And that's myself, right? Looking very brilliant. I'm a dead rabbit. Well, you're supposed to be doing this. You know, the paper drive trailer, adjusting the load. I play guitar in case anybody wants to sing along. Anybody know what that is? Yeah, that's Ancient Eagle Award. That's me getting my eagle. I don't know if anybody know Lee Finna?
Yeah.
That's Dave Finna there. And that's Pat Reardon and Mike Panini. So now we can show Richard. Eagle Scout. But you know, we always have trouble getting pictures. You know, you have to understand that when we show something, we'll show some of this. It's been very difficult through the years. There's various techniques involved. Hands, hats, covering the face, dark glasses and Elvis impersonation over here by Richard. Combination of both turning away and the hands. But, you know, other interesting one is the hooded sweatshirt trick. And even a unique one, a basketball. But not to worry, as they say in England. Dr. Mitchell, right? Or Ireland. However, from the files we found a few slides. Here's Richard arriving with Troop 61 in 1984. Here pictured accompanied by an immigration officer. Richard arrived in the... swinging into action as a young scout. Richard planned to grow to new heights. You see the hat? In the scouting ranks, you're pictured as a Star Scout. Ever alert as a young patrol leader. Breaking the trail for his patrol through the Klondike. And of course, everyone, the kids in the scout troop know this, always keeping control of his patrol. Traveling by shovel, dog sled, train, bike, boat, and running, he always reached his goal. Never one to beat his own drum. From victories to firefighting to gourmet cooking, a pancake breakfast, nature study. Richard's on the left. And patrol skiffs. This is a smoke generating machine at summer camp. With the troop, Richard has run wild rivers. I don't know if I can pick them out on there, so we'll go on. Hike mountain passes up in Utah with the snow and shorts, 70 or 80 degrees with the snow still on the ground. Desert valleys, in a remote pass in Utah. And cool mountain streams. So congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout. He's a lot taller than I am. Thinner too.
Okay. The Eagle Court of Honor directs the Eagle Guard of Honor to escort Eagle candidate Tom Bolger and his parents, Thomas and Lisa Bolger, to the front. The ushers are doing their job as well here. Tom is a freshman at Marquette University High School, where he has obtained academic first honors. He is a member of the school swim and track teams, and also a member of the school Model United Nations. Tom's ultimate career goal is the law profession. More particularly, he'd like to be named to the United States Supreme Court. Modest aspiration. Knowing his abilities, we have every promise that this will occur. Tom has also earned the Adaltari Day Award and is currently working on the Catholic Scouting's Pius XII Award. He has been a patrol leader for several years and is currently the Assistant Senior Patrol Leader for Troop 61. Tom's Eagle Project was a successful blood donor drive last fall. Tom says, "I have learned to appreciate those willing to give of themselves for others." Troop 61 and Motherhood Council Parish have reason to be proud of the accomplishments of this young gentleman, and even more reason to expect much of him in the future. At this time, Tom's mother, Lisa, will present the Eagle Medal to the oldest of her 5 sons, Tom. Let's have a big round of applause. His father, Tom, will present the Eagle certificate. And now Tom will present his father with an Eagle tie tack and his mother with a miniature Eagle pin. What about the tie tack? Oh, you got it. So fast. All right. Congratulations, Tom, to you and your family. Your younger brothers can proudly follow your fine example. Again, let's have a round of applause, and then we'll have some.
Again, we have the old techniques, the hands, making believe the sun is in your eyes, turning away quickly, combining the hands. And then here we have on the, I wonder how I pick out slides. You get used to, like, they always wear the same hat for a couple years. For Scout Tom Bolger, great things start small. In the swim team, years and now in the pre-white pool at summer camp. Then graduating to a canoe, Have a traffic jam there. Lifeguard, river runner, crewman or waif on the Bolger, and later captain of the mighty Intrepid. As a young scout, I think that's his first camp on the Indian Mountain, Tom won many awards. Represented his patrol. Sang at campfires. And sawed wood. It's at about 3 in the morning at one of the YMCA things. But in the race to the finish line, a few falls occurred. But with the wise counsel of experienced leaders, another experienced leader, and clear vision, keeping things clear, his father should understand how good he is at cleaning windshields of cars. His flight continued. On trips to Colorado, this is at Fort Carson with Cheyenne Mountain in the background. New vistas in Dead Horse State Park, something like the Grand Canyon, were experienced. It's up so sideways, but he's jumping into the pool. He's very good talented. That's swim team teaches him to swim upstream. Here's Derek. Sliding down in here. On the Eagle Trail then, with reverence to his God, his Father Wisniewski. And this picture doesn't mean much, I'm just looking at that, but it's at the Air Force Museum at Hope Air Force Base in Colorado, and these are pictures of various winners of the Medal of Honor. And I think Tom spent a great deal of time reading all that, and I think it was very interesting to see these people. A lot of the other scouts were looking at some of the planes, but I think what meant much more was not the planes, but the valor of these individual gentlemen. So Tom richly deserves the Eagle Award.
Glad you brought your arrow of light with you tonight. Okay. The Eagle Court of Honor directs the Eagle Guard of Honor to escort Eagle candidate Peter Mitchell and his parents Dr. Robin and Susan Mitchell to the front. Peter is currently a freshman at Brookfield Academy, where he is a member of the school drama club and the track team. Academically, he won first place in a citywide forensics competition in 1986. He was honored as the 8th grade spelling champion in 1987 Knights of Columbus competition. His career interest at this time is directed toward the journalism profession. Having received the Adaltari Day Award, Peter is also working toward the Pius XII Religious Award. He currently serves as the troop as editor of the troop newsletter, The Bugle, which I was the co-founder and first editor of that fine tabloid. Well, anyway, for his Eagle project, Peter organized a clothing drive for St. Gall's Parish and coordinated the distribution of the clothing at the parish. Last summer, Peter, along with his father, accompanied 25 leaders and older scouts on the junior leader trip to the mountains of Colorado and to the deserts of Utah. We at Troop 61 expect to hear and read much from this talented young man. Congratulations, Peter. At this time, Peter's mother, Susan, will present the Eagle Medal. father, Robin, will present the Eagle certificate. Peter will present his father with an Eagle tie tack and his mother with a miniature Eagle pin. Congratulations, Peter, to you and to your family. And now a short slide presentation, well, they haven't really been that short, anyway, for Peter's Scouting history.
You didn't tell Ernie how the bugle got its name. You remember you misspelled bugle? It was supposed to be true bugle, but you turned on bugle all these years? Right. Again, we have Peter hiding his face here. But in hiding his face and his high forehead, tell of his various chess conquests over the years. Campfires, keyboard, playing the keyboard here, and with watermelon in hand. You'd have to see Dr. Mitchell do this Lord Nelson skit, so I'll go into that in more detail. Have put him center stage on these various activities. It's a Harry Degree skit, if anybody saw that. As a cook, his model has kept the lid on those looking for food at the pancake breakfast service. An ardent cyclist on various trips. Friends. Canoeist. Track team member. River runner. Hiker. Chicago. Peter has raised his hand to volunteer. Volunteer fireman. Weightlifter. The climb to Eagle has been helped by his father, also a good climber. The fellow scouts here on the hike again in Utah. Peter Mitchell will follow. This was a slide you put in there, wasn't it? No? Well, anyway. Turn it around, it's a nice looking slide. Congratulations to Peter.
The Eagle Court of Honor directs the Eagle Guard of Honor to escort Eagle candidate Tim Shannon and his mother, Carrie Shannon, to the front. Oh, his father is here. Well, they said he wasn't going to. Well, and might as well bring him along too, Tom. We're flexible. Tim is a freshman at Marquette University High School, where he has obtained first honors with a 3.7 grade point average. In addition to his academic achievements, he was the defensive co-captain of the school's freshman football team. He's also a member of the school track team. Tim's artwork has been exhibited at a Milwaukee Journal Art Contest at the Milwaukee Art Museum and at a Pius High School art contest. He graduated from Mother of Council Grade School with first honors. His career interests now are either in medicine or law. If he leans towards law, he would like to practice in a firm with his father, who is currently a lawyer. In Troop 61, Tim is an assistant senior patrol leader, and he too participated in last summer's high adventure trip out west. Tim's Eagle project was training new altar servers for the parish, and he has earned the Catholic Adultary Day Award and is currently working on the Pius XII Award. Tim is truly a well-rounded and talented young man. And as we commented at the outset of this evening on some of the similarities between these four Eagle Scouts, the common thread might appear to be working on merit badges together or on helping each other with their Eagle projects or similar camping adventures. We think, however, though, that the common thread is more their mature, conscientious, Christian, and gentlemanly behavior. Congratulations, Tim, on receiving your Eagle Award. At this time, Tim's mother, Carrie, will present the Eagle Medal. His father, Tom, will present the Eagle Certificate. Tim will now present his father with an Eagle tie tack and his mother with a miniature Eagle pin. Well, that was cool. No kiss, though. Congratulations, Tim. You are the champion. And now again, we'll have a short slide presentation on Tim's scouting history.
It was my error about his father and he too, because he was in Chicago with his mother, who was hospitalized for surgery. That's why it was delayed and we didn't want to be here. Photographic failures also occurred with Tim. See, Jason wasn't getting his Eagle, he didn't want to count with it. But that's also, this is Mr. Ballering, in case anybody can recognize the head. We have the law theme with Tim and his father, so, you know, with the camera finds him in Denver jail for violating water rights. That's a pretty serious offense there. But released with a new set of clothes, sideways, he raced to the Neuenfeld buffet for some bread and cake, almost a restraint there, to make him strong. And with renewed energy, he plunged into new fields of thought. He also has religious thing here. He is lecturing at one of the scout masses that we have. Here, though, however, he's praying for a new deal. So praying for a new deal, he raced by land, by sea, by train, subway, the west end of the Hancock building. Despite being beat by Tim in 3 moves, his father provided plenty of help in tumbling. In his trail to Eagle, here pictured in one of the earlier programs. A hard worker, depending on the meal, a good friend, saluting here, as he sets sail for the future, we congratulate Tim Shannon on his Eagle Award.
The challenge to the new Eagles will be given by Kevin Malloy. Kevin is currently a junior student at UWM, majoring in psychology with a special interest in industrial psychology. He received his Eagle Award in 1984 and is an assistant scoutmaster with Troop 61. Kevin works in the marketing department at the Milwaukee Journal and is an entertainment specialist for Radio Record Hop, Southeastern Wisconsin's finest portable music show. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Malloy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Biden, owner of Radio Record Hop. This evening I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout Challenge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you have been counted worthy of high ranking in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you assume a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you will bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country and to your God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of manhood she can produce in her citizens. You come to help her in all she needs most. She has a great past. You are here to help her make her future greater. I challenge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish needs. I challenge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, hard work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Then, whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which any Scout will be justly proud. Sounds very good as a challenge, but you must be saying, Kevin, you're so talented and wrote this great speech. I didn't write this. This is a Boy Scout. Came from the Boy Scout office. Now comes my part. Yeah, watch it. I would like to leave you with something that you may remember. I liked that speech, but I read it yesterday and this morning I didn't remember exactly what it had said. So I'd like to leave you with a simple message that you may remember in the future. Right now we're all caught up in the excitement of honoring these young gentlemen this evening. And indeed this is an important day for them. And they do know the responsibility that has come in achieving the rank of Eagle and the responsibility that lies ahead of them. However, most importantly, they have now become marked persons, marked for success. I'd like you to think about, four of you, what your Eagle Scout badge means to you, what it's going to mean to you tomorrow, next week, or even next year. And I would like to tell you a few things on what it means to other people. Of course, what it does mean to you is up to you, and you can say. But, for example, when applying for college or applying for a job, future, when you make applications and that, future employers and such are going to be looking for your qualifications, and your Eagle Scout badge is going to give you an edge over the competition. When the age of competition is fierce, this competitive edge will be very important. Your Eagle Scout badge is going to be an instant recognition of your accomplishment, and your employers are going to see that you're responsible, dependable, that you're a self-motivator, a super achiever, a hard worker, and it will show you have a willingness to learn. It will also show that you have 12 other qualities that employers are looking for these days. And you may remember a few of these qualities, such as trustworthiness, loyalty, helpfulness, friendliness, courteousness, kindness, obedience, cheerfulness, thriftiness, braveness, cleanness, and what's the next one? Reverence. Very good. That was just nice. They've been Scouts all this time and they still forget. Well, years from now, after all the excitement settles, you're probably not going to remember the challenge I read to you tonight, but I would like each of you to remember that you are a marked person, marked for success, and most of all, you're more than just an Eagle Scout. I challenge you to be an Eagle Scout. You forgot already, guys? What do you want to be? You want to be an Eagle Scout? And then some. How soon they forget.
plaques from the troop by Tom and Vince Morano.
These plaques represent the various merit badges that each scout earned, which is around the side, the troop patch and the Eagle Scout patch. As you note, the date is April 29th. That's my fault. It's 1 point to that. Thank you. So we're going to take the plaques back now, Vince and Tom. Why don't you take the plaques away? We got to reuse the merit badges. About 75 cents a piece these days. 90 cents. The master ceremony is now over.
Will the Weeblo Scouts present? Please come forward. The new Eagles will present the Scout Neckerchief slide made by Mr. Mike Miller. To these Weeblos, we will graduate into the troop in several weeks. This is one of the duties of the new Eagle Scouts to both inspire and help these new Scouts as they begin their scouting trail. As they receive the slide, we hope they are inspired to stand here in the future as Eagle Scouts.
As we come to the end of these proceedings, we will now give the new Eagles an opportunity to respond, and also for recognition of several special guests. Richard Ballering, Peter Mitchell, Tim Shannon, and Tom Bolger.
On behalf of myself, Eagle Scouts Tom Bolger, Tim Shannon, and Peter Mitchell, as well as all Scouts being honored here tonight, I would like to take this time to thank you, our parents. It is a fact that for every 100 boys who join Scouting, the following can be expected. 18 will develop hobbies that last throughout their lives. 17 will be future Scout volunteers. 12 will have their contact with the church or other religious organization. 8 will enter a vocation that he learned through the merit badge system. 5 will earn a religious award. 3 will use scouting skills to save either his or somebody else's life. But only 2 boys will earn the Eagle badge. You have helped us throughout our steps to the Eagle Award, from helping us pack our bags for our first overnight to giving us the little pushes we needed from time to time to finish that last skill award and merit badge needed for our next advancement. From all of us, thank you, Mom and Dad.
A scouting troop can be compared to a team. The coaches of the team help the players to achieve their goals. Likewise, troop leaders must help scouts on their way to the highest scouting goal, Eagle Scout. However, a team can function well through cooperation between players and coaches, or it can function like the Baltimore Orioles. Troop 61 is a winning team. We are very privileged to have a special kind of cooperation between our scouts and our leaders in Troop 61. Our leaders are very dedicated to the boys and time and energy given by all of them makes this troop a true well where all boys are encouraged to advance and to strive to be all they can be. When I first entered the troop, Kevin Malloy was one of the big guys that I looked up to, one of the JLs. He received his Eagle Challenge a few years ago, and he met this challenge by helping me and others to advance along the trail to Eagle. Now I am a big guy, and Kevin is giving me the Eagle Challenge. This challenge for me and all Eagle Scouts is to provide as good or better leadership to the younger Scouts than we received ourselves. But tonight, all of the new Eagle Scouts would like to extend a very sincere thank you to all the leaders. You have earned this thanks, and continue to earn it by your devotion to the Scouts of Troop 61.
One of the most essential, yet unnoticed parts of the path to becoming Eagle Scout is found in Troop 61 itself. Without this element, the four of us would never have proven our leadership qualities, or had the experience of teaching younger Scouts the same way we had been taught so long ago. The troop is an invisible guide, leading us to obey the Scout law and oath we have sworn so many times before. Powerful bonds and fierce loyalty form in the troop, making everybody closer together. You don't believe how important the troop is to us, then ponder over this. Can a general win a war without a money? Can a captain sail a ship without a crew? And finally, can a boy have any kind of a chance to become an Eagle Scout without a troop? I would like to say thank you to Troop 61.
A good scout troop has several qualities: an active program, dedicated leaders, community support. One that our troop has is tradition. A program that continues from year to year with a special building with equipment and history. We are using tents and camping equipment that the scouts that came before us sold trees and raised, collected paper, and served pancakes to paper. As new Eagle Scouts, we are carrying on the tradition of the Eagles that came before us. This past year, the troop has received several substantial donations. Rather than spend the money today, we have decided to initiate a troop tribute fund, the interest from which can be used for the special things that can make a troop great: a service project, camp fees for those who can't afford it, and other things which follow the scout program. This plaque which will be hung in the Scout House will honor these contributions. We will ask these contributors to come forward at this time. Mrs. B. Landgraf, wife of longtime Assistant Scoutmaster, Mr. Joe Landgraf. Mr. Landgraf, who was an executive of the transport company, is the architect of the Lone Troop camping program, which allowed our troop to attend summer camp at Jag Lake all by ourselves. He also earned the Silver Beaver Award from the same church. Mrs. Ruth Little, wife of Jim Little, another longtime Assistant Scoutmaster. Mr. Little, for years, was responsible for the construction of the Scout House, among other things. His son Paul was active in the troop for many years. His gift to the troop was characteristic of his generous attitude towards others. Mr. Richard Amity, former troop chairman, whose employer, Windmark Corporation, gave a contribution in his honor. His sons Jim and Bill are members of the troop right at this moment, and Mr. Amity has accompanied us on many campouts and trips.
Mr. John Mozicki, affectionately known to the Scouts as Mr. Mo, is also an assistant scoutmaster in the troop. He was one of 5 employees honored for his community service by Johnson Patrols through a contribution to the troop. His son Brian is an Eagle Scout in the troop and is not very active, but Mr. Mo is still very active in the troop today. Thank you very much. We, as the newest Eagle Scouts of Troop 61, are proud of the traditions that preceded us, and we pledge to become part of those traditions in the future. To close our court of honor tonight, we will have Father Fred, pastor and Ballering Council, give some closing remarks.
Remarks as a prayer. But I'd like to extend my congratulations on behalf of the entire parish community to Richard, Thomas, and Peter, and Timothy. There was a remark made that these guys really work together on these awards. They really have been struggling together this past year, and I really appreciate all the efforts that they have done, the different projects that they were doing, and on behalf of the entire parish family here at Bolger Council, the various things that they've been doing with the altar servers, clothing drive, and all the other projects that they were undertaking this past year, certainly were a very important witness to the larger parish family. Appreciate it. Also, to the parents, we have appreciated your guidance and your continued guidance into our scouting program here at Bolger Council. As Richard said in his tribute to the parents, it takes a lot to get through any award, but without the backing of parents, that award would almost seem impossible. But with their support and their continued support in whatever award any of these fine young men here tonight are trying to achieve in the scouting program, with your support, that award is also an important award for all of you. And I know they appreciated your help, your constant help and support. Let us now pray and ask Almighty God to bless us as we go forward into this night. We thank you, Lord, as a parish family here for the many gifts of these fine young boys, these fine young men, and for the leadership that they continue to show in our parish family and in your church. We thank you for the leadership of their parents, the leadership of the various troop leaders, how they have come forth unselfishly to give of their time, to give of their talent, to give of their leadership. But Lord, we thank you especially for the reverence that you have given Troop 61, the reverence to their God, the reverence to their country. For it is in this witness, Lord, it is in this witness that we see your name honored and glorified. It is in this witness, Lord, that we see your church growing. It is in this witness, Lord, that we hope to attain that glory. We ask you, Lord, to continue to bless this troop and all who belong to it and all who lead it. Be with them, Lord, this night and always. And may the blessings of Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit be with you and remain with you forever and ever.